the waters developing a chemistry with Russell Wilson, learning a new playbook without the benefit of on-field work so that you're ready to go whenever football does return?
I would say it's just strictly communication, honestly. We got each other's phone numbers. We Zoom as much as we can. You can FaceTime. You can text. We all know. I mean, it's unfortunate right now we can't meet up and actually go through drills on the field, but that's when everything just has to be mental. I mean, this game is a big part mental too. So right now, honestly, the physical part you have to deal with on your own, but the mental part is something that you have to own it. You have to own it a lot. I mean, it's tough, but at the end of the day, you gotta take accountability and you gotta do it.
Chris Francis.
Hey, Phillip. Welcome virtually, I guess, to Seattle. So it wasn't that long ago you came into the league, and there are a lot of new guys coming in now and rooks who are in a different situation now. What was the toughest adjustment you had when you came in to learning how to play the NFL game? And if you had any advice for younger players, I know in the current situation it's different, but just kind of what they have to look out for in terms of getting ready to play this game.
I would say, like I said before, the mental part. I mean, it's a lot thrown at you as a rookie. It's a lot of things you probably haven't heard before. I mean, it's a lot of offenses that played in college football that are totally different to the pro style offense that you're gonna have to learn. You have to literally listen to everything, write everything down, because you never know what's gonna get called. You never know, somebody's gonna have a question and it may be from install 1, but you're on install 12. So it's a lot of stuff that's thrown at you. So I would say for a rookie, you can't get caught slacking off. You can't be lazy. You have to be on it. And you like going over plays, going over everything, reading over everything you've written that day. So you're a rookie, so they're gonna try to catch you off guard. But at the end of the day, if you're on it, that'll be a positive for you.
And do you feel like 5 years in, you've kind of seen it all, or in terms of moving to a new team? How difficult will that adjustment be for you?
Yeah, I would say I wouldn't say I've seen it all. This is only going into my 6th year, but it is my 3rd team. And obviously this season probably is going to be the hardest because you don't have the physical aspects of it when you come in. You don't really get to meet anybody physically. Everything is over virtual. Everything is online, and it's tough. But at the end of the day, you gotta do what you can do, control what you can control, and just try to make the best of it.
Thanks, man.
Well,
Greg Bell.
Hello, Phillip. Welcome.
Thank you.
Why Seattle, sir, and what other options did you have?
I think I just felt like it was the right fit. Seattle, with obviously with Shadi being there and then bringing in Sanjay. I was familiar with a lot of guys on the staff. And I felt like this is the right offense for me. Obviously, Russell, and he's a great quarterback. I think the way he plays quarterback and the way this offense is fits my skill set. And I mean, I had a lot of other options. Obviously, I could have stayed in New England. I could have went a lot of different places, but I just felt like it was the right fit. I could have went. I felt like it was 1 year not too late, because I could have came last year, and I chose to stay in New England, but I didn't want to make that mistake again.
You were close to signing then?
Yeah, last year, yeah.
And what did you take from the experience with Belichick and Brady that you'll apply here in Seattle, or for Andrew Luck and the Colts for that matter?
I mean, I learned a lot. Being in New England, I learned a lot of ball. It's not just offensively. I mean, you got to sit in and you just got to listen to everything, special teams wise, defensively. I mean, I learned a lot about different coverages and just listening to Josh McDaniels and Tom dissect a playbook, dissect the defense. I mean, I learned a lot of football, and I definitely take it with me here to Seattle. And I mean, it's a lot of different concepts that I learned when I was in New England. They have the same concepts here, so that's just how I learned. Like, okay, this was that, and now this is this. So, good thing I'm a good learner when it comes virtually, because I write a lot of stuff down and I always overread my stuff. So, I mean, I think me being in New England definitely helped me for my foreseeable future.
Thank you.
John Boyle.
Phillip, welcome to Seattle. You came into the same draft class as Tyler Lockett. Just how familiar are you with the receiver group, and how do you think you'll fit in with those guys?
Yeah, me and Tyler played on the same Senior Bowl team together. We were on the same squad, so I was with him for that week, and we kind of bonded. I mean, we were cool. We exchanged numbers. So I've been cool with Tyler for a while, and just bonding with the receivers over Zoom, over the video chat. It's been cool. It's a nice laid back room. Got great coaching, and it's going to be fun. I mean, obviously we haven't. It's going our third week. And I'm looking forward to just building that relationship once we actually meet each other, and just building that team camaraderie, because I think that's a big thing to go on a deep playoff run.
Bob Condotta.
Yeah, Phillip. So you were able last year to take a visit out to Seattle, right? You weren't able to do that this year in free agency, though, right?
I didn't take a visit. I didn't take any visits last year.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was just word of mouth. But obviously, I didn't get a chance to take a visit this year. I wish I could.
Yeah. So how familiar have you been able to get with Seattle at all then in your life, or?
Honestly, I've never been to the Pacific Northwest. What you call it? Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
Never
You've been out here at all yet?
Never.
Okay. Is that strange at all then? You're representing the Seattle Seahawks. You've never even been to Seattle yet, or?
I wouldn't call it strange, but I mean, it is what it is. It'll be different. I'll definitely have to adjust to the time change. Just hearing 10 o'clock Pacific time, knowing that's 1 o'clock for me, it's been different. But I think I'll get used to it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Joe Fan, you're up.
Hey, Phil, just wondering what you kind of make of your career so far and the different stops along the way, 5 years in, and then now entering year 6 and looking ahead, what you hope to continue to evolve within your game and accomplish for the rest of your career.
Yeah, like I said, I think honestly, the way I work, the way I learn, I feel like I've been getting better every year. Obviously, this is the third team that I'm on, and I feel like it can be my best year. Honestly, just coming to a new team, playing in a new system instead of being in the system last year. It's just like I said. I think I've been getting better every year, and I think that this not going to sit here and say this is going to be the year, but the way I work, the way I go about things, I don't take anything for granted. I'm blessed to be in my 6th year. A lot of people don't get to make it this far, but just gonna keep working and see where it takes me.
How aware are you, playing in a different conference, not seeing Seattle a whole lot? How aware are you of Russell Wilson's deep ball? Probably one of the best in the league, and for a guy with speed like yourself, I imagine that would be an attractive quality in a quarterback that you get to team up with. I mean, was that part of the decision? Is that something you're aware of when you're, watching from afar, and kind of looking at him?
Absolutely. I mean, it was definitely something I was aware of. I mean, I see it every time I'm on TV. I'm a student of the game, so I'm always watching football, either other I'm studying it, or if I'm on NFL Network, ESPN, I'm always watching. So you see it. I mean, you see it on display every weekend. It's perfect deep ball. I mean, he has the arm strength, he has the touch, he can get it anywhere. So I would say definitely it was one of those things that attracted me to Seattle.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Masvida.
Yep. Hey, Phillip. I know you kind of touched base a little bit on this. You talked about owning it. Can you elaborate a little bit more of that, what that is for you, without getting personal in terms of your workouts?
As far as what? What do you mean? Like owning
earlier you talked about that, making a transition. It's about owning it as a player. So I would say physically and mentally, what are you doing now to own it as you step into this new phase of your career?
Oh yeah, obviously, I mean, we know we're on lockdown, but that doesn't stop me from going out there and getting my work in, because I got everything I need to do at my house. So, like I said, I'm not taking any shortcuts. I didn't have to go out there and improvise. I mean, I made sure that I had everything at my house that I was able, so I can be able to, so I don't have to go to a gym or and do anything. So obviously, physically, I'm definitely gonna own it. And mentally, I think that's a strong point of mine when it comes to owning it, because I like to learn definitely about football. So learning a new playbook for me is fun. I mean, it's a challenge, but it's a fun challenge because I've learned a couple of playbooks, and I still remember a lot of stuff from other playbooks. So it's definitely a challenge for me, but it's a healthy challenge. It's something I want to own.
Thank you very much. One last one. How much dialogue have you had with Russell Wilson? Have you been talking to him since you signed? I know you did initially. How much conversation is going on, if any?
We talk all the time. So I mean, just trying to get on the same page. I mean, when you play receiver, your quarterback has to be. You got to get on the same page with your quarterback. I mean, he's a guy that you got to pick his brain. He has to pick my brain. So we have to. I got to see how he's playing. I got to see how he's thinking, so I know where to be and where he wants me to be.
Thanks a lot.
AJ?
Hey, welcome to the Pacific Northwest. My question is also sort of about how you're navigating staying in shape and getting ready during quarantine. But I understand that you have a bit of a unique situation in that your sister is often your workout partner. So are you guys together in that? And is she putting you through the paces?
Yeah, my sister, she's actually here right now, waiting for me.
She's waiting for you to work out?
She's here waiting for me. She just worked out, my fiance. Now she's waiting for me. So yeah, I mean, I'm blessed to have a workout partner like her.
So is she harder on you than the trainers at your facilities have been?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't have to be hard on me because she knows I'm hard on myself. So she doesn't have to be hard on me. She was hard on me when we were younger, though.
So what kind of advantage do you feel like that gives you to have somebody who not only can push you, but also knows the ins and outs of what it takes to be a bodybuilder, to do all the things that you need to learn how, or that you need to keep up doing?
Yeah, it definitely helps a lot because she knows my body. She knows what I need to do. She knows what I like to do. So, I mean, obviously I don't do everything she does because she's basically a bodybuilder. And I train like that sometimes, but not all the time because football is different. But she has a background like that too. So she knows what to do. She knows how to train me. And I mean, I'm just blessed. I mean, I would definitely say it's an advantage because I can have her. She's down the street. I can call her, tell her to come, and she'll be right there.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ben Arthur?
How's it going, Phillip? Welcome to Seattle again. Kind of my question is, what do you feel that you bring to the Seahawks wide receiver room that's unique? We know what DK Metcalf did last year. Tyler Lockett has been established for a while. What do you feel that you bring that's maybe unique, and how do you think you can kind of enhance what the Seahawks are trying to do with their pass catchers?
I would say the versatility. They got a lot of guys that can come in that can play, and a lot of guys that can do a lot of different things. And I would say I can be another piece, an added piece to a guy that can just go out there, that can run the short routes, can run the deep routes, run after the catch, and then blocking. A lot of something that I don't have a limit to what I feel like I can do. I feel like I can help any way, and whatever they want me to do, I'll be there to help.
And just kind of a quick follow-up to that. I know in the past you've, I think on the radio you were saying you feel like you've been maybe underutilized a bit as a route runner specifically. Is that something that you feel like you can really capitalize on in the Seahawks offense?
Absolutely. Not just running one or two routes a game, being able to go out there and run the full route tree. That's something that I want to do, and I know that's why I came here.
Great, thank you.
Nico Marino?
Yeah, hey Phillip, it's welcome. Was there? I mean, you've played under some excellent fan bases in your time. Was there anything special in particular about coming to Seattle with this particular fan base?
I mean, I've always heard about it. 12 man, 12s. I always hear. I never played in Seattle though. That's the thing. So I always just hear stories about how loud it is there. You can't hear the next person to you. So, I mean, that's definitely exciting. I heard the people in Seattle, just the fans itself, are amazing, very encouraging. And I just can't wait to be a part of it, honestly. I'm itching every day to get out there and just go out there and just play.
Appreciate it.
Tim Booth, you want to wrap us up?
Sure. Hey, Phillip. There's always been this outside impression or thought of what it's like to truly play for Bill Belichick in New England. I'm curious what it was like for you to play for Bill and what your initial impressions have been of what it'll be like to play for Pete here in Seattle.
Playing for Bill, it's a lot of mixed reviews out there when it comes to Bill. Well, I've been there 3 years, and for me, my experience is, I mean, he's about business. He's business oriented. I mean, he goes, we practice hard, we prepare hard, we compete hard, we play hard, and that's what it is. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not any fun, because at the end of the day, I went to 2 Super Bowls and won 1. So you can't say there's no fun in that, and there is fun in that. But at the end of the day, when you're at practice, it's all business. And when you're in your meeting rooms, it's all business. When you're on the practice field and when you're on the game field, it's all business. But I met some amazing people there, amazing teammates, media, equipment managers, coaches. I had a great experience there, and I was just ready for the next step. And I'm blessed to be here. I can't wait to get going, and I'm just thankful.
Thanks, guys. Phillip, thanks so much for hopping on today. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Phillip.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.